Have you ever eaten a salad out of guilt? After watching a 20-year-old do a backflip while meal prepping boiled chicken and protein pancakes on Instagram? I have. A few months ago, I was scrolling late at night, something I promised myself not to do. And I stumbled across this shirtless influencer who was dancing, meal prepping, quoting Plato, and filming in 4K, all at the same time. And I thought, Sergio, what are you doing with your life? Then I remember I had spent the last 12 hours leading digital transformation strategy across 3 different time zones in actual pants. I was doing something. And yet, for a moment, that didn't matter. I felt behind. I felt inadequate. I felt I wasn't enough. And that, my friends, it's the danger of the world we scroll through every day. We live in a time where we are exposed to more content in a single week than our grandparents during a whole decade. But here's the catch. Not all content is created equal, and not all creators are creating with you in mind. So, today I want to share with you 3 stories, not just about content creators, but about the ideals that we started blindly chasing. Let's kick it off with the illusion of perfection, fitness influencers. They wake up at 5 a.m., do a cold plunge, run a marathon, eat oats with berries that look better than most wedding cakes, and then remind you that you have no excuses. Now, before you think I'm against being healthy, let me clarify, I'm not. Sport and good nutrition should be part of your life and are part of my life too. But the truth is, this is their full-time job. Their body is their brand. Their abs is their algorithm. It's not a hobby. It's a business model. And what's worse is that what's the result of all this is 16 years old crying in the bathroom because they ate a cookie while someone online tells them to never miss a leg day. I'm sorry, but if a cheat meal makes you feel like a failure, it's not health. It's obsession. Now, let's move forward to my personal favorite. This is what I call the myth of instant success. Entrepreneur influencers. You've seen them driving a Lamborghini, sipping champagne, standing next to a private jet, always with their laptop, just like if they closed a $1 million deal from C2A. They talk about passive incomes, crypto portfolios, real estate empires, and they make it sound like all you need is the mindset. Now, I've worked in tech, I've built startups, I've led transformation inside massive corporations, and I can tell you this, success doesn't come from a 3-step funnel. Success comes from years of trial and error, sleepless nights, spreadsheets with more red than green, and ideas that just didn't pivot. They face planted. But what do these creators want from you? They don't want your success. They want your money. They sell you a course. They ask you to invest. But it's not for your benefit. It's for theirs. Their wealth isn't from your business. It's from convincing you that they have one. And what's worse, they make you feel like if you're not a millionaire by when you're 22, you failed. And finally, the life coach, the trap of generic wisdom. Now, I say this with love, but some of these accounts sound like they were written by AI that overdosed on horoscopes and Pinterest quotes. You're not lost, you're just finding yourself. If it hurts, it's probably growth. Don't chase love, attract it, unless it's Mercury retrograde. And here's what's wild. It works. We watch these videos and suddenly we feel seen. We feel understood. we think, whoa, this stranger on TikTok gets me. But ask yourself, do they really? Because a quote that could apply to everyone applies deeply to no one. What they are selling isn't guidance, it's engagement. And they often simplify things that are deeply complex. Heartbreak, grief, anxiety, depression. These are not solved by a quote over lo-fi music. These require real conversation, real help, real healing. And yet, people are still paying $499 for a course titled Manifest Your Purpose. Listen, I love purpose, but if you need to pay someone with no qualifications to find it, maybe they just found theirs. So, what's the cost of all this? It's not just wasted time, it's distorted reality, it's comparison, it's insecurity, it's generations growing up thinking they're failing because your life isn't like someone's who's not even real. And if we are not careful, we start raising children that value image over integrity, clicks over character, and likes over love. Now, I'm not saying that all content is bad. I'm not saying that social media is evil. But I'm saying this, be conscious. Be conscious of what you consume. Be conscious of what you believe. Be even more conscious of what you replicate, because your self-worth should not be measured by someone else's highlight reel. Because real impact doesn't scream, it speaks. Real growth doesn't rush, it evolves. And real life isn't always post-worthy, and that's okay. The quiet work, the unseen efforts, the moments offline, that's where life actually happens. So next time you scroll past the perfect body, you scroll past the private jet, or that quote that sounds a little bit too deep to be real, pause and remind yourself, you're not a brand, you're a human. You're not here to be optimized, you're here to live. And your story doesn't need filters because it's already enough. Let's stop chasing characters and let's start honoring what's real. Thank you for having me.